Hello everybody, welcome back to Simple Gaming Review. Today I want to talk about the PlayStation 2 and the GameCube because recently I bought a GameCube from eBay. Now, I made a video a while back saying that the Nintendo GameCube is a overrated console. I've always been somebody who has always defended the PlayStation 2. Right now I hooked up my PS2 to play some Medal of Honor Rising Sun, one of my favorite shooting games out there. This game's fantastic. It's also on the GameCube. But recently I bought the Nintendo GameCube. I've been watching some videos on it. I've really wanted to try it recently, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to put away my ignorance towards the GameCube and actually get one. So I got a GameCube from eBay. It is black. I also got the game Medal of Honor Rising Sun for the GameCube, so I can kind of like compare both systems a little bit. I also got a black GameCube controller, the black GameCube system. At least I think I'm getting the black controller, but I think it just depends on the settle. But in the picture, it was all black, so I think I'm getting a black controller as well. But, you know, I never really got to experience Nintendo GameCube because, you know, my first ever console was the PlayStation 2. I was around like 8 or 9 years old, and I remember that my mom, you know, came home, opened the garage, and she had this PlayStation 2 fat in the box, brand new condition. I don't have that original PS2 anymore because it got stolen, but I always was a PS2 guy. You know, in that generation, Xbox and GameCube did not even exist for me. It was all about the PlayStation 2, you know? I didn't really have the internet, I wasn't able to really search things online, but I remember that you would see the Xbox original and GameCube at stores. Like, we used to have like a Game Crazy, which Game Crazy no longer exists, but I remember seeing GameCubes and being like, what the heck is that? So, for most of my life, I have never experienced the Nintendo GameCube. Never even, you know, held one before. I've never even really been able to actually interact with a GameCube. And I've always been kind of ignorant towards it. I realized that with my video I made a while ago. Because I was one of those people that was like, well, you know, when I started to do YouTube videos, watch videos online, I was like, well, who needs a GameCube when I have a PlayStation 2, you know? PS2 has some of the best games ever, you know, thousands of great games. But, I decided that, you know what, I'm gonna get a GameCube. So, this video is just about kind of like me and my history, as far as the, 6th generation goes. But, you know, my 6th generation console, my console growing up, was PlayStation 2, and finally, I got a GameCube. So my GameCube should be coming in, I believe, like a week or so. I will do a video on the Nintendo GameCube, and I will tell people how I feel about the console after I actually experience it and actually play with it. The GameCube is completely new to me. I've only based, basically, my opinions on it on other people's views, which, for a long time in my life, I've, like, known people who say it sucks, so I was like, okay. And then, you know, the GameCube seems to be very popular. It has a lot of fans, a huge following. I see videos saying all this good stuff with the GameCube. I'm like, maybe I've been wrong this whole time, and maybe the GameCube is actually a pretty good console. I was doing my own research, and a lot of people say it's a very reliable system. It has a whole bunch of fantastic games. People say that the GameCube controller was very comfortable and very nice in the hands, and I'm very curious to see, you know, what's the hype about and why people love it so much. So I'm gonna pick up a GameCube. I mean, well, I'm not gonna. So I'm like all over the place. So I picked up the GameCube from eBay. I'm gonna get it in a week, and you know, I got it pretty cheap actually. For the Nintendo GameCube that I got from eBay, it was around $100 for a black Nintendo GameCube. So hopefully it's in good condition. I'm gonna play some PS2 though and experience a little bit of my childhood and get that feel. And then when I get my GameCube, I'm going to move my PS2 out of this area, put my Nintendo GameCube right here, play the same exact game, and I'm just going to kind of see what the experience is like and kind of like what the Nintendo GameCube has to offer. I will be getting more Nintendo GameCube games, which some are very expensive, like the Marios and Pokemon, but I found around like, I think it's like 5 or 6 games for around like $60. So I might start collecting for the Nintendo GameCube if I do like the console, because again, I am completely new to the Nintendo GameCube. I've always been PS2, it's always been PlayStation 2 for me. So going over to the GameCube side, going over to GameCube, it is a big jump for me. Because I never had a GameCube, you know. I have Nintendo 64, obviously, but never the Nintendo GameCube. So I'm kind of happy, actually. Well, I'm actually excited because, well, it's new to me, and instead of saying it's overrated or saying that it sucks or whatever, I should actually experience the console and actually play the console and just kind of see what it has to offer. So let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about the PS2 and the Nintendo GameCube? Which console do you like better, the PlayStation 2 or the GameCube? For me, even though I grew up with the PlayStation 2, and it's been one of my favorite consoles in my collection, I am very open to trying new game consoles, especially the consoles that are in the same generation. So I will experience the GameCube. I'm going to play my GameCube every single day once I get my GameCube. I'm going to get more games for it, especially, and I'm going to see if, basically just how I feel afterwards, you know. Who knows what will happen. Maybe I will become a huge GameCube fan. Maybe I'll just say that PS2 is better and the GameCube is still overrated, and maybe I'll just throw my GameCube in a box somewhere. Hope that doesn't happen, actually, because I am excited, and I can't wait to try the GameCube controller, because again, I've never held a GameCube controller. Never had a GameCube. I've never even looked at that direction. I've been ignorant towards it, because I've always been like, well, I have a PS2. Who the heck needs an Xbox and a GameCube? You know what I'm saying? For a long time, I was one of those people that's like, well, this is the best, right? But I'm finally trying to, you know, as a gamer, I actually want to try new consoles and new games and actually feel other controllers and stuff. So I think it's very important as a gamer and as somebody who enjoys this stuff. I think it's important to just try it all, right? So before I make an opinion, before I judge something, before I even buy something, right, I should actually get the Nintendo GameCube, because I have judged my opinion. I've judged my opinions on the GameCube based on other people's opinions, and again, many people love the GameCube nowadays. I remember back then it was not like a big deal, but nowadays it's like a really loved console. So I'm gonna make a video when I get my GameCube. I'm gonna try it out, and hopefully I enjoy it. But anyway, I'm in the video. Let me know what you think, but peace out, leave a like. I hope you all have a good day or night.